I was working at the rec center with the Afterschool, and we put on a show at the end of the school year for all the after-school kids, and I was the biggest babyface there because I was one of their counselors. That was a lot of fun for me because I was used to being an asshole and playing the cocky heel, but this was like the one time I can play like a genuine babyface. And actually be cheered. So that was always a blast for me to do.
Oh! ScaR! Just came back with the ScaR!
Obviously I couldn't wear the jersey in front of those kids. We were not the only public access show on MNN Backyard Wrestling. There was also IWF, 2KW. We had some interpromotional matches. I was actually a referee for a match with Angel Ortiz, which is insane.
Come on! It's hey, don't try to distract him. Is Angel Ortiz winning? I can't believe they're not winning in wrestling. Get out of here.
How crazy is it that I once refereed a match with this man, and now he has his own action figure that I own? So Angel Ortiz, I'm super proud of you, and I'm proud to display this figure.
I think if we win tonight, I should get a title match next week.
I would often get thrown into like these weird storylines that didn't make much sense. For instance, there was one time where Steve Stallion and Jordan Williams were feuding for the heavyweight title. There were maybe like 5 of us there that day, and I was kind of like the odd man out. I don't know, it was just like this weird story where T-Money was stacking the deck against Stallion and put Jordan Williams and I in a handicap match against Stallion.
Why are you putting me in matches that have nothing to do with?
Where I eventually walk out on Jordan Williams during the match.
Oh! ScaR! No, what are you doing?
I pretty much justify it by saying like, this match has nothing to do with me. Why the hell am I here? Another instance where I was randomly thrown into a match. Bichon was feuding with Jake Fury. We were the only 4 that showed up to the park that day, so it was Jake Fury and JR ScaR against Bichon and Daredevil, and that was actually one of my favorite matches. And then Johnny Blaze completely no-sells my chokeslam and makes it look like shit, so this character's doomed from the beginning.
Is that the one where everybody runs in? Yeah, and Knickerbocker.
It was one of my big pet peeves with EZW, was it would just turn into a free-for-all. Like, I was taking this seriously. I wanted to make this match good, and everybody thinks it's a big joke, and they're jumping in the ring.
I can remember we were both pretty upset, like we knew there was gonna be run-ins.
I had a long feud planned out for us to fight over his manager. She was managing me during my Gothic JR ScaR phase. It would eventually lead to him fighting for her honor and just kicking my ass. From there, I would go on to face VC, who was T-Money's partner. I was told to put over VC and tap out to his half crab and drop the New York City title to him. I was going to continue the feud with T-Money for the heavyweight title because he would be the one that cost me the match, and I would blame him, so I would go after the title. I remember at my birthday in 2009, this would have been after my last match, I had a house party. The whole night, Bichon is hyping up that he has a surprise guest from EZW. And I'm like hoping and wishing, like I hope it's Cheyenne, and it was Ron. Had I thought about it then, I would have pitched for Cheyenne and I to win the belts. Even though we were opponents, I would have pitched for us to both climb the ladder and we both grabbed the belts, and we're kind of stuck as the reluctant partners. Because we already had that chemistry and we were already like pretty good friends by that point, I thought that would have been the best plan B. I just wish I had thought of it that day to pitch it, and maybe they would have gone for it, maybe not.
I don't think that's ever happened, actually, now that you say that. That's different. I would have been super down with that.
I'm also a big wrestling fan. Back when I was backyard wrestling, I know this will probably get cut out of the interview, but I used Stone Sour Made of Scars as my entrance music.
Really? Dude,
Yeah.
that's dope, man.
Do you remember anything from that match?
Feuding with T Money.
Yo,
Is
shout
that I
out to
ended
my
up
son right
losing
here.
with Otis.
Outside.
Yeah.
Shout out to us, nigga. We outside, nigga. Not only we outside, nigga, we outside. I'm gonna take a shot for the dead bros. Rest in peace, my niggas. I'm about to roll up right now. Yo, and God bless you, my nigga. That ass. On powers. Yo, I don't know how to feel about it.
And God bless you. Yes. Very intimidating with the elephant in the back. Yes. Yes. And this was the locker room. This was the locker room. This poor elephant has had so many horrible things done to him. By horrible people. Not horrible people. Because then they're going to take that way too seriously.
This shit shakes like crazy. It's fucking scary up here with all these trains.
So I even reffed the match with. Oh no! Fuck!
CVPR. I like those little mind games you play. You like to place me in matches when you know Armageddon's not here to back me up. You got all your boys ready to fuck me up, jump me. First of all, as far as my performance last week, I had a hangover. I still made it to the arena because I'm a fighting champion. Second of all, they definitely want to put yourself in a #1 contender match against me, knowing that you got all your boys and I ain't got nobody with me. Alright, that's all cool. I'll give you a match at the pay-per-view. Under one condition. I get to choose a stipulation, not you. And I won't tell you the stipulation until the night of the pay-per-view. All I gotta say is, CPR, Pichon, Papachulo, coming for you, bitch. Get it. Finish working out, prepare for tomorrow night's show. Edition of Cuban's Corner, live from my living room. Now, I want to explain what happened last week. I had a hangover, I still made it to wrestle. You know, I wasn't really physically prepared. Now, as far as CBPR goes, yeah, though, you want to place yourself in the #1 contender match for my neighborhood title, that's all fine. I'll face you at the pay-per-view for my title. With one condition. I choose the stipulation, not you. Because you know why? Because T-Money told me I could. I told him earlier today. Now let me finish working out for tomorrow night. Feud PR. You want to place me in matches, and you know my boys ain't around. You know what? That's all good. Because y'all want to take advantage of last week. Daredevil putting me in a match against yourself. Knowing that my boys are here, and Bobby Chulo, and Kachona there to jump me. It's all good. I'm still here. As far as how I was performing last week, yeah, I admit I did perform pretty bad. I sucked last week. That was because I had a hangover. I didn't, on the other hand, decide to come down just to see what was gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna be a match. I wasn't prepared for that match. It's all good. Daredevil, you want to make yourself #1 contender for my neighborhood title. I took from Johnny Mercenary because he was afraid to show up and face me. Alright, I'll face you at the pay-per-view. One condition. I choose the stipulation, not you. You ain't gonna find out the stipulation until the night of the pay-per-view. As far as King of the Ropes, Joe threw me out. I don't give a fuck. I got my revenge the following week. I might have lost the match, but I still fucked them up. I still left them injured. All I'm saying is Armageddon will get the last laugh. All you bitch asses. Let me finish working out for tomorrow's show, bitches. More diesel by the minute.